Hey, 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 y'all. It's your girl Barbie J, and we are back with My Girls Hold Me Down. Them boys mess around. My love life is a mess. We're going out tonight because I'm looking for love. That's right, we're back with Sisters. The new season 4, episode 1, A Brick Wall. And basically, Danny said that real quick. Yep, I'm putting up a brick wall when she didn't want to talk to that guy. So that's where we got that in. Let's put that in there right now because this recap and review is going to be very long. I hope it's not too long, but it was a good episode. It wasn't as good as I was hoping it would be and thought it would be. And I got to tell you one thing, that ending was that ending is not what I truly expected. This is too much. And I don't believe it because I know we saw a picture with crutches. That's all I'm going to say. So let's get this started right now. Let's get it started. But before we do that, you know what I'm going to say. I'm going to say subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to Barbie J's channel. Hook her up. Hit that little subscribe button. Then I need you to like, comment, and share my videos. And not only do I need you to like, comment, and share and subscribe, but I would also like for you to hit that little notification bell. That way that you will know every time I upload any type of video on this channel. Okay? Do that for me. And I'm going to ask one more thing for y'all. Keep your girl Barbie J lifted up in prayer. I just came back diagnosed with COVID. I don't think I have COVID, but you know those rapid tests. So now I got to run out and get one of those PCR tests, the one that take the longer time. So you know for sure, because it's just been crazy, with what's been going on in the world. So I'm staying social distance as I've been doing. I've only gone to church and sang 2 different times. And now all of a sudden I got to deal with this. This is crazy. But I feel fine. I don't feel bad at all. I just had a little cold, but that's it. So anyway, I just wanted to throw that in there. Keep me lifted in prayer. And let's get on with this review. Oh my God. This recap. Oh my Lord. It started off, of course, I think somebody put it down in my comment section that they thought it was a dream. It was all a dream. We're going to have to sing some. Who was that? Biggie Smalls was talking about that. He had a line in one of his rap songs about it was all a dream. It was a dream, no, y'all. Andy had a dream. But still, she still had on that red bra, which doesn't make any sense because the dress she had on and was wearing that night did not require a bra at all. She was all titties and braless. Okay. So I had to put that out there. But then this is the point where Robert asked Andy, to go with him. First he asked her, why does she always call him when she's drinking, when she's tipsy or drunk or whatever? And she's like, oh, he said, oh, you've heard this before? Yeah, I heard that I get more aggressive when I've been drinking and stuff. I said, is that what it is? Or is your true feelings come out after that you get alcoholed up, girly girl? So he asked Andy to go with him to London and in his private jet and stuff. And she is trying to rush off to work. And he's like, no, why you rushing? I call, everything's good, blah, 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 blah. But didn't he say he called Fatima too? Did he say he called Fatima? Because even though that was in her dream, how was that in her dream if he really did that in real life? So let's back that up because that's too coincidental that she dreamed what he did. Unless in her subconscious she heard him call. I don't know. I'm just trying to make sense out of the writing. Anyway, what else happened? So basically she said she'll go with him next time. She couldn't go this time, but she was like, she was excited about it. She said, no, I can't do it. But anyway, this next scene, this was something else for me. I don't always get a kick out of the scenes with Preston and Danny. And when Preston comes in, Fuego was funny in this scene. I got to tell you that because when Preston comes in, like, who the hell is that? And so Danny says, it's a friend of mine. He said, well, hello, friend. And that's when Fuego comes and sits down in between them and start acting like he's gay. He was saying, damn, Danny, You find the fine ones and all this stuff. He fine as shit. He started doing all of this talking, trying to be gay and stuff. I was like, this is too much. And Danny was not going with it. She was like trying to be serious, like, stop it. She was like, I don't even know who you are right now. He's like, damn, I love a good cowboy. Giddy up, whatever. I was dying. But she told him to stop and he left. He was trying to play it off for her so there wasn't no problems. But she was like, no, she didn't care. And he left out and said bye. And he's like, bye. And the first thing you know, Preston asked is, what the hell? Is he licking your butt too? But that was about the only part that was funny about this whole scene. And, parts that was funny because after that, when Danny calls herself expressing herself and telling her feelings and all of this stuff, I'm sorry, y'all, but I didn't find, and y'all could disagree with me, but I didn't find most of her stuff valid. I didn't find none of it valid because he has apologized over and over for the stuff that he did. The 2 times the landlord let him in, he said he wouldn't do it again. He didn't do it again. That his brothers beat him up, right? They beat him up. She let him into her safe place. He didn't think because her sister wasn't like that. He's a different type of person. He didn't think it would be a problem. But you told him it is. He never did it again. Okay? Didn't she try to bring up that handcuff thing with, girl, you pulled those cuffs out first and cuffed him the first day. So please, you can't get mad when somebody cuffs you back, but then they talk in their little white voices and you're the one who's having a hard time dealing with it. I think she's the one who's having a hard time. And I was sitting there listening to her saying, how dare you say all of that? He doesn't respect your boundaries. Every time you told him about your boundaries or whatever they were, he listened, he heard you, and he followed through, and you're not handling it how he followed through. Danny is not handling it at all. She told him out every time she tried to say something, he runs out the door and ignores her for days. No, you said you didn't want him around you. You didn't want to have to talk with him every day and see him every day. So he gave you what you wanted, Danny. And this was total, when he said this was total bullshit, I agree with him. What she was saying was total BS. She come pulling that after he paid up. What did he pay up? 6 months of her rent? You asked him to move in after all of that. After all of that happened that you just listed and mentioned, Danny asked him to move in and stay there with her after all that. So how do you bring all of that back up? You didn't have to do that. And he's sitting there going, you holding on to all of this stuff all this time? You were holding on to, yes, I was. He said, instead of telling me, instead of talking to me, instead of all that damn time in Sabrina's business, worrying about Calvin's sexuality, you should have been minding your business with your white man that you sitting there telling him that he need to do the work. He told me he recreated the middle passage. Y'all got to forgive me because Danny pissed me off in this scene. I do not back what she said. I do not agree with it. He didn't recreate nothing, telling him to do the work. You need to do the work and teach him. That's what you should have been doing. And as you were telling him things, he was listening. I tell you, Danny gonna lose out on a good man because of her nonsense. I'm sorry, but that was total nonsense. And then for her to see Fuego at the airport, and he's like, well, what was that last night? Can we go out? Are we dating and all this stuff? And she was like, nah, that's okay. Cause you stripping and stuff. We had fun. It was cool. And then he's like acting like he almost caught an attitude. Fuego looked like she said, there we go. Like this other side of him came out that was kind of funky and nasty. And I was like, well, what's that all about? When Fuego came out with that, I said, roll that back. So she was like, bye, deuces. And basically that's what she said, bye, deuces to Preston. But that's after Preston said, don't you ever call me again. He said, I understand, because he said, I see what this is all about. I know just what this is all about. You just want to screw around with all those people and I'm in your way. And he has a right to feel that way because Danny's personality and it's just whatever she was doing is off. It was totally off. And he said, don't ever call me again. She was the one losing it when he didn't call, when he gave her what she asked for. Anyway, I'm sorry. I did 5 minutes on Danny. I'm sorry, y'all. But that scene at the airport with Fuego, I told you, and then he runs into this guy, this guy Logan is sitting there and he's listening to it, and he wanted to meet her, and he's hanging out at the airport and stuff. Hi, my name is Logan. She's like, yeah, my name is uninterested. I like that line. That was a good one. That was a good one. But, that's when she mentions the brick wall. And she's like, something ain't right with this guy. She notices, realizes something's not right. She sees that his flight is delayed. Why is he sitting at her? If his ticket is for another gate, why he's sitting at her gate? All of those things was ringing red flags or whatever. She go to see this guy, Howard. And she's like, Howard is like, I can't be doing nothing based on your gut. She said, they said, if you see something, say something, So she's telling him about the guy, and he's like a pimp, and I think he's like a trafficking girls. And Howard does nothing. He decides he gonna go on the break. I said, I don't know what was the purpose of his character. I don't know if he's coming back, but Howard didn't do a doggone Rudy Tooty thing. But we see next week something is about to happen, and Danny throws her shoe at him and busts him upside the head, that Logan guy. So that's going to be interesting to see what's going on with that. Not very interesting, but a little interesting it'll be. What else happened? We got Fatima coming in, and the flowers for Andy all over the place, and she goes back there to talk, and I saw the blood on her sleeve before, she's saying, Andy saying, oh, what's that on your, they talking about whatever her night with, Robin, but she said she'd tell her later, and she notices the blood on the sleeve after she's seen all the flowers and all that stuff. And I had noticed it, and Fatima rolled it up, and I would have said lipstick, whatever. I would have made up something. I think she said grape juice, right? So, Fatima's asking questions, and she basically sounded like she was trying to find out if Karen said anything about this baby. But she wouldn't say it. But she said, did she mention me? Did she say anything? Is she still upset? She asked those little questions. But they chatted. But I really liked that. I know they was snapping on Andy's dress, the pointy shoulders. But that dress outfit was slamming. I'm sorry. Your girl Barbie J would wear that. Seriously. I would be rocking that outfit. But I don't know how short it is, because I would love to wear it to church. But like I said, I don't know how short it was. If it was too short, then I wouldn't have been able to wear it there. It would have had to be like somebody's wedding maybe or something. I don't know. But that wouldn't have been one of my work outfits. That's for sure. Anywho, what else happened? Oh, that darn lady coming up into Karen's job. Karen's at the job. She comes in and is greeted by Pam, who Pam is just being herself. But Pam cracked me up with this one, because she tells her, she informs her that woman is waiting for her. Is she a new client? No, she's not a new client. Then what does she want? I don't know what she wants. So she about to go over there. Pam said, don't go over there. You call her over here. She said, what? She said, yeah, so I can have your back. She said, like, you going to do something? She said, I could throw some. When she said I could throw some jabs or something, I was cracking up. I said, you go ahead, Pam. Like, I got your back, girl. So the lady comes over, but what I don't get is, Karen, you're supposed to be a businesswoman. First of all, I wouldn't have answered one doggone question, yes, no, maybe so, until she told me who she was and where she was from. You ain't got to ask no questions. You coming in asking me questions about somebody. Who are you? Are you police? Are you from the IRS? Who are you and where are you from? She never gave her name. She never said where she's from. And meanwhile, Karen, you asking questions, but they the wrong damn questions. You should have been asking, who are you? Not what's this about. Who are you first? Then I don't have any questions. Then I have no answers for you. Then you do that. That would have been what I did. I'm just saying. But then Pam, when the lady leaves, because Karen said she wasn't going to tell us, answer no more questions or whatever, the lady leaves, and Karen's like, where's that damn address or something? She's asking Pam about an address. When in Jesus' name when in the world did they get Zach's address? What was Zach's new address on that they would have it in their files and that she would know where it is? She shouldn't even know where it is. So this didn't make sense to me. Maybe I missed something when they were talking, but if anybody knows, please put it down in the comment section because I definitely missed that part. But what was funny is Pam mumbling, mumbling. They had this one guy supposed to be back there, I guess a stylist, or was he supposed to be a customer back there? A client, I'm sorry. And she said, don't be asking me nothing, you nosy ass, always the stylist, always in my business. I said, they did the pot called the kettle black. She talk about somebody in her business. I was like, Pam done lost her daggone mind. Then we go to this doggone Brookhaven Bank with Sabrina, and she trying to talk to Maurice, but he don't want to talk to her. I swear they made up on the last episode. Didn't they make up on that last episode and saying how much they love each other and friends? I don't know what this was all about. So he's still mad about it, I guess. I don't know. So she walks out of the office, and Maurice gets a collect call from an inmate from prison, and you know it's Q. Who's this? He's like, who's this? And he accepts the call, and Q's like, I talked to the DA, and they out to do a deal with him, and if he gets out, can I live with you? Maurice was like, hell, mother effing crazy, no. What, are you crazy? I don't even want to talk to you. He was like, he said, if I promise not to steal anything and go to the therapy and all the classes and stuff, he said, Q, bye. You know, that ain't even going to happen. And he hangs up on him talking about these damn hoes must think I'm stupid. I got a little couple of laughs out of this dramedy today, I tell you. But then Calvin comes into the bank. You know, she gets Calvin to come into the bank to talk to Maurice. Like, what's he going to do? Maurice going to cuss Calvin out like he always do. Can you talk to him for me? And she tells him what she did, how she hurt his feelings, and mentioned his father. And he's like, yeah, he don't talk about his dad much. And so he goes in there and try to talk to Maurice while he's doing that edit. And, you know, Maurice was his old rude self and cussing at him and calling him names. And he goes off on Calvin, turns him down for going out for a drink, doesn't want to do that. And then he said, but I have a friend who's coming to town. You might like him and meet up. And he's like, I really don't want to be bothered. And he was like, come on, don't. He said, fine, biatch. You know, fine. Okay, I'll do it. Come pick me up at such and such a time. He said, dude, we live together. Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, you could bring him over to the house. I'm like, Maurice, you need help. You need a whole lot of help. So then Calvin leaves out. He tells Sabrina his idea for introducing Maurice to this guy and stuff. And she was like, I don't have nothing to do with it. That's on you, blah, blah, blah. He's like, fine. He said, now can I take you out? I want to take you out. She said, really? She said, yeah, I want to take you to the wine room. She's like, ooh, that's one of my favorite places to eat. And he's like, yeah, I know. And I think that's where she gonna run into or meet that African prince that's supposed to show up in her life. So that's gonna be interesting. But what was good to see was people actually walking in the bank and working at the bank. Good looking out, TP. I'm glad you got TP. Are you with me? You heard him. That was so nice to see that. The COVID is coming back, so be careful with that. All the people walking around in there. What else happened? And y'all, I have to go back to two different scenes. One with El Fuego, when he steps to Danny at the counter talking about, I can have any woman I want, and you do this to me. And I'm sitting there going, Fuego, she told you from the beginning she wasn't down with you and didn't want to be with you. So let's get that straight. You pushed yourself on her, and she gave you what you wanted. You wanted some nookie. You wanted her to screw you with your new body. She did it. Y'all had some fun. Let it go. Go on and have them other women that you can have if that's the case. But Sabrina, when Danny spoke to Sabrina, and Sabrina was like, doesn't think it's going to last long. Like Danny's going to want to talk to Preston again. You know, Danny lied to her. I don't know if y'all all caught it. But Danny, I swear I heard Danny tell Sabrina, I told him never to call again. Not Ed. He told her never to call him again. I think that's the way it went down. Y'all let me know if I'm wrong, but I believe that's how it went down. And she's gonna talk about he stormed out as usual. No, he don't never storm out. He walk out, he hears what she say, but he told her never to call again, not vice versa. Okay, now, and I guess the ending part is what was it? Karen showed up to Zach's house. How she get that address, I still don't know. And he turns around, she's like, ahem, ahem. He's like, what are you doing here? And she's like, I need to talk to you. He said, oh, so we starting this now? And that's what I was right. I was like, you right about that. You just going to be showing up. She said, yeah, we starting this now. He why you didn't just call? Because I didn't want them to trace my calls. Who trace your calls? You know, he was like, I know he was aggravated. I would have been. You trying to get work done and your ex shows up to your new house and you don't even know how the hell she got your address. I'm still trying to figure that one out. Somebody put it down in the comment section. Like I said, please. So she told him this officer looking lady showed up and came in my salon asking, do we live together and where you were and all this stuff. And he's like, shh, man. And she's like, what's going on? Did you do something illegal? He's like, no. Are you sure? Yes. He's like, damn. You know, he said, why are you asking all these questions? You know, she was like, no. He said, why are you asking all these questions? We're not even together. And she said, because you having a baby on the way. And I don't want this baby being born with a father in prison. So you asking these questions going to do what and stop that in what way? You going to solve his problem? What? You would love to have him in some trouble, I feel. But not right now. Now that he got money, she might not. But I don't know. Oh, yeah. You know what? Andy's dress was long enough for me to wear something like that to church. I had to go back and watch it. It is long enough. I thought that dress was cute. It was absolutely adorable. And I could rock that. Barbie J could seriously rock that. It needs to be part of my wardrobe. Anyway, so she said, well, what am I supposed to do the next time they come and ask it involved? He said, give them my number. She's like, really? He said, yeah, give them my number. Then she's standing there. And she's like, well, you're not going to show me the house? He's like, why? You know, she want to see the house. He's like, they working on it. They got stuff all over the place. You want to be dodging. They putting up walls and sheetrock and nails are flying. I don't think it's a safe place for somebody with a pregnant woman to be in. You shouldn't be there with dust flying around and stuff. She's like, yeah, all right, whatever. You know, she got all mad and stuff. You just want to see what he got and what you trying to get. Maybe I shouldn't be so harsh, but I don't know. There should be no need. You see all the workers going in and out of there. Why would you want to go in there? That's common sense. It's like, come on. So she was like, fine, you don't have to show me. She's like, you probably lying anyway. You know, he was like, oh, man. So she walks away. He's like, where's your car? Oh, well, dumbass me parked it around the corner in case they was following me. He was like, okay, my bad, Karen, my bad. He's like, my bad. He's like, damn. So then he calls Fatima and leaves her a message to call him. So back to the office. Now we back to the office. Remember, Fatima, when she came in, there was all these flowers up there all over the place, you know, for Andy. And when she gets back in her office, there's more flowers, and we find out they're all from Gary. So, Gary, this is funny. Hold on. I gotta get a drink. Hold on. Okay, Andy's in her office about to tell Fatima all about her night with Robin and everything when they interrupted by a phone call from the front desk, and they're saying that I forgot Gary's last name, is there for Fatima. And I mean, for Andy, and Fatima goes, she not here. She's in a meeting right now. And she hangs up and she goes, I'm not in a meeting. She's like, don't worry, I'll be right back. I'll take care of this. Fatima struts her big behind out there. I'm sorry, I had to stop recording. She struts her big behind out there to the front desk because once again, Gary decides to show up at Andy's job unannounced. Stop showing up at people's jobs where they work, causing issues. So Fatima goes out there and says that, she's not here. And he said, yes, she is here. Because he's probably in the parking garage and probably saw her car. She's not here. Well, then, oops, she's in a meeting. And he's like, look, I need to talk to her. She's not taking my calls. So you think you could just show up to somebody's job because they're not taking your calls? Really? She's not taking my calls. She said, well, you need to go. She's in a meeting. She's busy. She can't. He said, I'll wait. She said, then you'll be waiting until the morning, until tomorrow, something like that. She said, bye. Bye, Gary. Thank you. Bye. And he wasn't trying to leave. He was like, okay. And then he turned around like he was just going to go bum rush past her and stuff. She said, hold up. I know you are not about to. She went chasing behind him. And you hear the people at the front desk saying, should we call security on him? And Fatima said, no, I got this. She said, Gary, please make me show my ass up in front of these white people because I will. I said, oh, snap. She said, I am not her and I will beat your ass and make you piss the kiss or something like that. I don't know what that was. Piss the kiss or something, she said. I said, oh, okay now. So he tries to talk to her. He said, but can I just talk to you? She's like, no, I don't like you. You can't talk to me. He said, can I just leave? She said, just leave. He kept wanting to talk. She said, just leave. Why are you still standing there? She said, do you see them stairs? Do you see those steps behind you? He said, what, you gonna throw me down them? She said, no, I'm gonna fall down them and say you did it, hence your case. I said, oh, snap. I said, oh my God. So he finally decided to leave. She said, oh, good, because I was starting to think you was you're completely stupid or something. I said, damn. All right. Okay, Fatima is definitely got hood in her, and I love it. She is not the one to mess with. I can't wait till they have the Zatima show so we can find out about her, her background, basically. And what else? It ended with so Andy, she went back in the office. Andy's telling her all about Robin and the secret that he's the owner of the business. He's the boss and owns the company. He bought it and all this stuff, and he got a private jet, and they giggling and all that stuff and having a good time, talking and discussing in detail. And then all of a sudden they see this activity outside. And they're like, what's all this activity? And people running around, and somebody opens that door and says, Hayden was found dead in the garage. I said, what? I didn't know we was going to kill Hayden off. We going to kill him off. I thought we saw Hayden with crutches in some scene. Didn't we see Hayden with crutches? Well, maybe that was just background pictures of them while they were filming and he got hurt during filming. They said Hayden is dead, was found dead and down there. This is bad. I thought he just got a beat down. Death is something completely different. I ain't even gonna mess with Fatima now, and she ain't even round by me. Oh Lord, this was too much for me, y'all. I hope y'all like this episode because this is the ending I did not expect. Like I said, I expected a beat down. But y'all all put it down in the chat. Tell me what y'all thought about this episode. This your girl, Barbie J, saying peace.